Yo! What cracking? How you guys doing tonight? I'm doing just fine. Thank you for asking. Thank you very much. Mr. Bungus, have you tried the fungus? There are many of us among us that would like to raise our consciousness. How's everyone doing on this fine Saturday night, huh? Trying to get this light right here. You like that light at the beginning? I like it. But yeah, I hope everyone is having a great motherbugging evening, wherever you're at. It's almost 12 here at the Lucart Scarda Sanctuary and Bug Bouncer Dog Ranch. And yeah, so let's get into the title. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm just joking. I don't really talk like that. That was sarcastic for anyone that got it. But, you know, like the title says, I just got bit by one of the dogs here. Her and Boxer were getting all territorial about the ribs because we were barbecuing ribs yesterday, and they got into it, and I put my foot in the middle, and I almost lost my big toe. But I keep on loving, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm the best person, but I didn't hit the dog after it bit my toe. I yelled, you know. I showed a lot of anger, not towards them, but it hurt more that, you know, not the act of my toe, but that she bit me. But then I realized she's just a dog. And sometimes they can act like that, you know what I mean? And I put my foot in the middle. I broke up the fights before, but this time almost lost my big toe. No, I didn't almost lose my big toe, but she's got a pretty good bite on her, and I didn't go to the hospital or nothing because well, it's kind of bright. I know that she doesn't have rabies or anything like that. But anyway, yeah, I'm doing great. Sorry, that light's kind of bright, huh? But yeah, I appreciate everyone swinging by. Hope everyone's having a great mother bugging evening. And I'm doing good. But, you know, like the title of this video says is, you know, I think there's a saying like, don't let others' actions define you, you know? So, you could still make a difference. Yeah. No, I'm doing good. But I just want to check in, say what's up, say what's cracking. How's everyone else doing tonight, huh? Just got home. Just got home myself. It's been a long day, but a good day. And got some new socks there. Got some new truffles. Went truffle hunting today, and I'm gonna do a live. And me and Box are gonna go truffle hunting. It'll be fun. But got some new truffles today, and I tell you what, it will heal the mind. The truffles will heal the mind. Let me tell you, I've been through it all. I don't need to get into that right now, but I've been through a lot. And the truffles will heal the mind. You won't think it will. I didn't think. You know, a lot of times we fear what we don't know. I'm just picking up some paper towels here. I was getting ready to take the rust off the sword here because I left this sword just a little bit in the rain, my new samurai sword, and it got a little rust on it. But it's all right, baby, because we got some hydrochloric acid on deck. And a dab will do you. Anyway, back to the subject. It's amazing that, the world's coming around, but it's amazing that, like I said, I'm not here to lecture. But my dad used to drink, a gallon to 2 gallons of vodka a day. And I'm surprised that his liver and kidneys held out before his prostate gave out. But not to get into that, the matrix we're in, they want us, like one of my favorite songs, Mike Foster the People. Well, one of my favorite songs, Helena Beat, the chorus is, I tie myself to a chair so I don't fall that way. So sounds like, so he's drugged out or drunk, incapacitated on the chair. And he says, I take a sip of something poison and I hold on tight. Yeah, real catchy. I mean, I'm saying that not sarcastically. He's very talented. But spelling, everything we say, the way we say it, just my 2 cents. This is the truffles talking to you. You know what I mean? The truffles communicating. This is what I've learned is that my 2 cents is that eating the truffles will I lost my train of thought for a minute there. It's time to just be quiet. The point was, though, is that all these other things get a pass. Spelling, right? Spelling. I kind of zoned out there for a minute. Excuse me. Don't worry, I'm not driving to any of the Karens out there, right? But spelling, everything we say, the way we say it, Pythagoras proved that, he would go around, you can look into Pythagoras, he would go around and break up domestic disputes, wars. Nikola Tesla, everything is frequency, sound, vibration, energy, sound, vibration. I'm just paraphrasing. But anyway, what I've learned is that, the elites, the ones that are, I'm going to say it, but, funding these bullshit wars, and they gave out crack. They destroy communities. Flint, Michigan water is still fucked to this day. I don't feel good about it. There's a bug right there. I'm not going to worry about it. No longer will I say I'm going to sip some poison and hold on tight, you know what I mean? And everything's all right, you know what I mean? No. Nope. Not sipping your fucking poison anymore. Excuse my language. But you can use any word in a different manner. You could say good fucking morning, or you could say, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of my morning. It's all in the way you say it. Sound, energy, frequency, vibration. But it still amazes me that truffles are still scheduled as a fucking Schedule 1 substance. But alcohol gets the pass, right? You ever wonder why? Yeah. The spell we've all been living in, Not only is the fucking alcohol pure poison, but that's part of black magic. See, the elites, they're into black magic, darkness. Well, there's nothing wrong with the darkness, but they're into deconstruction. I'm into construction, creativeness. And the more you get in touch with the truffles, the more you go truffle hunting, you will see what's really going on down here more and more. And more importantly, the spell that, you yourself have been living in. So I'm not here to preach. I'm just talking because, I feel like it, and also I do want to help people. I've decided that I am helping the animals here. This other dog bit me, and it's still okay. Like the title says, my dad kicked me in the balls one time. He says, you want to wrestle, right? And I said, all right, let's go, Dad. You know what I mean? And we got, we didn't have any weapons or anything. I'll never forget. He goes up and he goes, bam, right in my nuts, right? Hilarious, right? But it can have a darker meaning as well. We're all very selfish inherently, even myself. And the more you go truffle hunting, excuse me, I'll remove this chair back here. You'll start to see that, getting out of your own myopic viewpoint, another paper towel there, excuse me, of, just me and my and I and just you know what I mean? The NPR, one of the most bullshit, they funnel all of the central media. They're talking about, 1 minute they're talking about, I feel horrible about this. They're talking about Flint, Michigan water. That's old news, right? But now we're on to bombing people, tax funded. I don't get political. It's all the same shit. I was raised in the cult, broke out of there 13 years. And another thing I finally realized, I forgive the cult. I forgive all this stuff. It is par for the course. I've realized that, more and more now. Everything does happen for a reason. And, we're here to make this world a heaven on earth. We can. There's all the resources here. There's all the knowledge here. There is a lot of good people here. that's another thing too, is that, drinking poison and stuff too, you're going to start getting, at least I did, and I've seen it, what it does to other people. It pretty much does the same fucking thing. Like, you know what I mean? You can go truffle hunting and you can rebuild your neurons and your brain structure. Oh no, he started drinking alcohol every day and he's doing way better. Just everything is better. His health. No, you never hear that. And like I said, I'm not here to say, I mean, I know what it does. It completely kills all of the pain, but it doesn't discriminate what it kills. Kills the good stuff as well. Kills love, kills empathy. Um, it starts making you into a very selfish, narcissistic. There's even links between alcohol and bipolarism. I've seen it in myself. Basically, it's just an addict. I mean, I use cannabis, so I know when I quit cannabis, I do get edgy, but I finally pulled away for it for a long time now. I mean, for fucking good. Alcohol's a poison, but each time I withdrawed, it was hell. And I don't know what someone goes with heroin. I never did that. I never did meth, or fentanyl and that bullshit. But alcohol is just as damaging as any of those, But that's what it does. Alcohol takes everything out of your body and flushes it down the toilet. Your nutrients from your body, your water. The body's mostly water. The brain is mostly water. It shrinks your frontal cortex. It takes everything away and just flushes it down the toilet. Your money. I've seen it, My dad was very talented, very good looking, strong fucking guy. He didn't even work out and he had big arms just from cutting firewood. I have the picture. They're pretty big. But, once that sauce creeps in, it's really hard. Lose control of the shit, That's what the Sublime song Bad Fish is about. One of my favorite songs by Sublime. He's talking about being an alcoholic. And I felt it, drinking. I would functional drink, right? Whatever the fuck that means. But, couple drinks every 3 hours to eliminate all the trauma and anxiety, the 3-foot stick beatings as a kid. And not to get into that, but the thing is it does not work. It's all an illusion. And it's a spirit as well. Like I wrote the song Out Cool, the Body Eating Spirit. I didn't make that up. You can look that up. That's a translation. Google will give you information correctly sometimes. Sometimes they're going to fuck you. This is really sharp, by the way. I'll show you tomorrow morning. We'll do some truffle chopping. Mushroom chopper. Mushroom chopper. But anyway, this is a hell of a sword. That's all, folks, I guess. Oh, I got it. Oh, wait, I'm not going to end the live. Hold on. I got to show you this frog. Hold on. Hold on. There's a frog in front of my truck. Is anyone there? Hold on. Wait, let me show you this frog. Where's the flashlight? We'll just get the other phone. No, hold on. Come on, Box. You want to go out, buddy? Come on, girl. Yeah. Sounds like it's thundering. Whoop. Excuse me, guys. Sorry for the bad view, but it'll get better in a minute here. Let me show you the frog. Whoops. Boxer, you want to come out, buddy? That's okay. Boxer's chilling. Okay, excuse me, Willy Wonka. That's the one that bit me right there. Excuse me, you Wiley's crazy Scooby-Doo. Watch, check this out though. Hold on. You guys want to see a frog? I think it's still here.